What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be reacting to the 9-minute highlights from CNET right here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to their original video in the CNET channel. Credit goes to them for clipping this and putting it together. But we're going to go through all this. It is the next day, or current day, as you're watching this on June 10th, 10:14 a.m. as I'm recording this East Coast time, because I needed to take some time to myself yesterday evening after doing everything. I literally live stream, watched the keynote, and still did not take time to go eat lunch or whatever. So I literally was like mentally drained last night. So here we are. Let's get started with.
Welcome to Apple Park, and welcome to WWDC.
Liquid glass.
All right, here we are. Now, WWDC, I was watching Snazzy Labs. He did a video on it too. And I actually liked this keynote because they were true to the point. They didn't do no environmental green or anything. I mean, the movie thing with the music or whatever, that was like cool. I mean, I know the song. That was actually like, I was like, damn, I actually know that song. But let's get on to the liquid glass.
Apple Park, and welcome to WWDC.
Here we are, liquid glass. Almost said gas, Jesus.
Liquid glass. With the optical qualities of glass and a fluidity that only Apple can achieve, it transforms depending on your content.
Can Apple really achieve that? I mean, if another system wasn't fragmented, they could achieve it too. So let's be fair, Apple.
Or even your context, and brings more clarity to navigation and controls. It beautifully refracts light and dynamically reacts to your movement with specular highlights.
Okay, that's interesting. Like I said, I just installed iOS literally about, I want to say, less than 24 hours ago. So about 18 hours ago. And I haven't messed with the liquid glass yet, the effects with liquid glass. I'm going to see how it looks. So we'll see what happens with that.
This material brings a new level of vitality to every aspect of your experience. From the smallest elements you interact with to larger ones, it responds in real time to your content and your input, creating a more lively experience that we think you'll find truly delightful.
Interesting. Like I said, I want to experiment with it and see how it plays out, because it's one of those things where, okay, it's gonna adapt to my environment. I mean, hey, I like a device that shows things based to the irrelevance of what I'm doing in day to day.
Elements once considered for rectangular displays have been redesigned to fit perfectly concentric with the rounded corners of the
Good. That's actually nice.
hardware. This establishes greater harmony between our software and hardware, where thoughtfully considered groups of controls free up valuable space for your content.
Okay, so the liquid glass. On paper, it looks interesting. We'll have to see how it how people like it. I mean, I've seen pretty good reactions on X on everything about the liquid glass. Let me know down in the comment section, where I'll be reading comments, what y'all think about liquid glass.
We're unifying our version numbers across all our platforms.
Okay, unifying version numbers. This is easy as a content creator, because I can go, here are the following updates for this week. We start off with iOS 26, also iPadOS, macOS, tvOS, visionOS, and iPadOS, of course, like I said. But like, I could say iOS 26 is out along with the following versions of macOS, tvOS, visionOS, watchOS, iPadOS, the whole 9 yards.
Our releases for the fall that will power us through the coming year, 2026, will be version 26. We've crafted app icons from liquid glass. It makes them feel fresh while keeping them instantly identified.
I mean, it was hard to notice between iOS 18.5 and iOS 26 beta with my mom until I had the phone side by side. But she also doesn't pay attention to detail as much as you would think. But like, I showed my sister and she was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And my niece really noticed it.
And it allows them to adapt. Whether you use dark mode or one of our entirely new styles, like our all clear look. Let's jump back to the lock screen.
That clear mode is actually pretty interesting. Let's look at that again.
Like our all clear look.
That actually is pretty nice. It looks better in light mode than it does in dark mode to my personal preference. Let me know down in the comment section what you think.
Let's jump back to the lock screen so you can see how we've made wallpapers more dynamic. I'll switch to my photo shuffle wallpaper. And watch as I switch images. The time now fluidly adapts to the available space.
Okay, that's actually cool about the time that it adapts with the wallpaper. See, another pay attention to detail moment.
Also added new features to help keep you connected while driving. Like a compact design when you get a call. So
Okay, I like that compact design because my family has a car that has Apple CarPlay, and sometimes the call can take up the whole thing. So having it compacted, which is actually really nice. That's cool.
you can still see what's on the screen, like your upcoming directions, along with tapbacks and pinned conversations in messages.
Okay, that's actually really nice.
iOS 26 also gives you widgets in CarPlay. They're quick and glanceable ways to get information, which is
So if you like the widgets on the phone, then now you have the widgets on the iPad, which is, or not the iPad, Jesus, the Apple CarPlay, and of course we have widgets on iPad, but the Apple CarPlay, that's actually pretty nice. So if you like widgets, like you completely got rid of your apps on your home screen on your iPhone, and now you want the widgets on the CarPlay, if you're a widget geek, then there you go.
is perfect while driving, as well as live activities, so you can stay on top of what's important to you,
Okay, the live activities is nice.
like a friend's flight status, all done in a way to help you stay focused on the road. CarPlay Ultra lets you choose the layout and design of the most important information for you, and adds
Finally, Apple is actually becoming customizable.
vehicle controls for features like the radio and climate right in the CarPlay experience.
Nice.
This year, we're giving you an exciting new way to bring personality to those shared spaces with backgrounds. When you select a background, it appears for everyone in the conversation to enjoy.
Same like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, a few other apps that are out there that do this. This is actually pretty cool that you can actually change the background of your messages app.
You have a variety of dynamic built-in backgrounds to choose from, or select one of your own photos.
Cool.
And with Apple Intelligence, you can even generate your own backgrounds in Image Playground. Next,
Nice.
let's talk about group chats. Group chats are home to so many age-old questions, like what weekend is everyone free? Instead of dealing with a flurry of responses, we're introducing a delightful way to visualize what the people want with polls.
Another feature from like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, etc., including like Google Chat has this feature. Skype had it, but put a tombstone in the chat for Skype. Well, who uses Skype anyways?
You can create a poll for anything. And with Apple Intelligence, messages can detect when a poll might come in handy and suggest one. Like if someone asks, where should we stay for our annual trip? And when your more particular friends don't like the options, anyone in the group can contribute new ideas. Then watch as the votes roll in live.
For instance, in messages.
Nice. This is actually pretty nice. I wish they would have had this during like the time when everything was bad, like 5 years ago, but I guess better late than never.
Live translation can automatically translate text for you. So if you're making plans with some new friends while studying abroad, your message can be translated as you type and delivered in their preferred language. And when they respond, each text can be instantly translated for you.
Okay, this is good and bad at the same time. Let's weigh out the good and the bad, pros and cons. All right, good if you don't want to learn another language. Bad if you're having like say a country speak their own language and people don't want to learn and bridge the gap with a secondary language. So if you want to speak English and you don't want to learn Spanish, then this can be bad. But if you want to learn, Spanish at the same time, this is good and bad. Like it depends on what you personally want and how you choose to go about it.
When you're catching up on FaceTime, you can follow along with translated live captions while you continue to hear your grandmother's voice.
Écoute ma chérie, ajoute. Une pincée de vanille et de l'eau de fleur d'oranger à la pâte, c'est ça mon secret.
Oh, right. Yes.
When you're on a phone call, your words are translated as you talk, and the translation is spoken out loud for the call recipients.
Hi, are you available to cater a wedding on December 6th?
Hallo, sind Sie für eine Hochzeit am 6. Dezember verfügbar?
This year?
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That someone could speak a different language and it be translated. That actually I like that for quick of ease. But like I said, we go back to the language barrier. If someone wants to learn another language, they, this is sandboxing people into their own language and not reaching out of their comfort zone. So it's good and it's bad at the same time. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. I want to hear the audience's input.
Here, the Smart Stack improves its prediction algorithm by fusing on-device data, like points of interest, location, and more, and trends from your daily routine, so it can accurately predict features that could be immediately useful to you. So when you walk into your gym for that regular morning session, a Smart Stack hint will subtly appear. And when you open the Smart Stack, a widget will be ready for you to start your workout. Or when Apple Watch detects that you're in a remote location with no connectivity, a hint will appear to start backtrack to support you while you're off the grid. We're also making Apple Watch more proactive with enhancements to notifications. You might use silent mode to avoid receiving a loud alert at an inopportune moment.
Okay. These next features right here that he's about to announce are one of my favorites, but let me get to the first stuff. All right. So the live stack, that's actually pretty interesting and pretty cool at the same time. I actually like it. I don't use the features that much, but they're pretty cool. Speaking of predictions, like location-based predictions and stuff like that, one time we got in the car and the family's not used to Apple CarPlay, and they were kind of like, how does it know I'm going to go to this store at this X time? I said, it's making an as accurate as possible prediction based off of your schedule, your routine, and where you've gone. And, they kind of got a little skeptical. And I said, according to Apple, it's all on device. So it's not like Google or whatever profiling you. But, I kind of just told them this and whatever, because they were just like, not creeped out, but they were just shocked that it was able to do that. And kind of surprised. I was just like, yeah, the magic of iOS's ecosystem.
You might use silent mode to avoid receiving a loud alert at an inopportune moment.
Yes, I like this feature.
Like that. But now, Apple Watch can interpret the ambient noise in your environment and automatically adjust the volume of incoming calls and notifications.
Yes, yes, yes! This is a feature I was hoping for, and I'm glad it's here. Coming in watchOS 26. One of my favorites, probably on Apple Watch now.
Much better.
As you settle into a show like your friends and neighbors.
I agree with him, much better. Yes. Thank you, Apple, for that one.
On Apple TV Plus, you'll immediately notice how playback controls refract the content underneath, beautifully complementing the action without distracting from the story. This unobtrusive design carries through the control center, so when you're setting a sleep timer, the video still shines through. And as you browse, you'll see a bold new look with beautiful cinematic poster art, making it fun and easy to explore all your favorite shows and movies.
We're bringing live
All right. So I don't have an Apple TV, so I'm not going to comment much on it, but let me know what you think down below. Some people don't like Apple TVs, but some do. I personally don't have them right now, but I'm thinking about getting a few.
Fun and easy to explore all your favorite shows and movies.
All right, so now we're going on to something else with involving.
We're bringing live activities to Mac.
All right, so now here are the live activities to Mac, because I plan on doing Uber Eats. I like getting stuff delivered from Uber Eats from time to time, and instead of cooking, it's just the ease of access and convenient.
So if you've ordered Uber Eats on your iPhone, the live activity also appears in the menu bar.
Yes. Bad when you're screen recording, but yes. Love it.
And when you click, the app opens in iPhone mirroring, so you can take action directly on your Mac. We're also enhancing the calling experience by bringing the phone app to Mac. You can conveniently access your phone.
See, that's one thing I don't like. I mean, with the old design with Mac OS, 15, we had it to where like you don't have the phone app. So I have to keep my phone nearby when I get a phone call. Now I have two phones, so this is going to be an interesting um odd way that phone calls can come in.
By bringing the phone app to Mac.
So that's going to be interesting. I have two phones with two cellular plans. So I'm going to see how that ends out with macOS 26 with the phone app.
You can conveniently access your familiar content, like recents, contacts, and voicemail, synced from iPhone, and easily make a call with just a click. Incoming
Yes, but I have two phones with two cellular plans, so we'll see what happens, which one it goes through.
calls look beautiful on the bigger screen, featuring stunning contact posters of your friends and family.
Yeah, if they have an iPhone, but otherwise it goes back to the default, which is not horrible.
And the phone app on Mac includes all the great updates we talked about earlier, like Hold Assist, call screening, and live translation. And now,
Okay, I like the call assist and then the like all the
like Hold Assist,
hold assist I like.
call screening,
I also like this, but it's giving me vibes of the Pixel. So all the features that was on a Pixel like a year or two ago is now on iPhone.
and live translation.
And live translation, also a feature that was on Google, but here we are.
And now
here we go with Craig Federighi again.
Spotlight is getting its
Right, Craig.
biggest update ever. To start, Spotlight is becoming the fastest way to browse your content on Mac.
Who uses Spotlight search on macOS? I do very rarely, but I don't use it that much. I guess after now, I might be using it a little bit more.
It puts your most relevant files within easy reach, including intelligent suggestions based on your routines or what you're currently working on.
Okay, so when I'm editing a video, will it show up all my video project clips? I don't know. We shall see.
You can also see all your apps, and thanks to iPhone mirroring, you can even launch apps that you only have on your iPhone, like Headspace.
Nice.
We're also introducing system and app actions in Spotlight. You can take hundreds of actions, from creating an event to starting an audio recording, or even playing a podcast. And you can do this no matter what app you're currently working in. You can even fill out parameters for an action. Say you want to send an email. You can write the message, set the recipient, and add a subject, all without lifting your hands off the keyboard.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Let's start with some of the amazing new spatial experiences coming to Vision OS,
I don't have a Vision Pro, so I'm not going to comment on this, but I'm going to let it continue.
like widgets. Users love widgets. They offer personalized and useful information at a glance. In Vision OS, they become spatial, integrating seamlessly into your space. And they are persistent, staying right where you place them. They're also customizable. Frame width, color, and depth can all be personalized to your liking. Vision OS now has beautiful new widgets like Clock, with distinctive and exquisitely detailed clock face designs. Weather that adapts to today's forecast. Music for quick access to your favorite tunes, and photos, which can transform a stunning panorama into a window to another time or place.
Okay, the Vision Pro, if it wasn't like $3,500, I would actually try one out and see what it's like. But as of now, I'm not trying it.
Now I also have this grab handle in the bottom right to fluidly resize apps into windows.
And this is the iPad.
The previously resized apps, when I open them again, they open back in the exact same size and position, and I can place them just where I want them.
This is designed to work great with touch or with a trackpad. And now I also have a pointer that's more precise and responsive. When I use it to hover over these new buttons in the top left, they expand into familiar controls. I can use these to close or minimize my windows. And a tap on their app icon brings them right back. Another way I can arrange my windows is with tiling.
This iPad OS 26 is literally giving me Mac OS vibes. It literally is as close as it's getting to Mac OS without being Mac OS software. And I was surprised at the file size for all these updates, by the way. I'm curious how all this will behave with VoiceOver. It's going to be interesting. Well, it looks like it's going on my iPad today.
Since this is designed for the unique qualities of iPad, I can simply flick windows towards the edges to tile.
Our new OS releases will be.
Oh, wow.
Can simply flick windows towards the edges to tile.
All right, looks like I'm testing that out to see how all that works with the first beta. Yeah, Apple, you like tempting me with software. Glad I backed up my device. You should too, either to iCloud or your computer. But back to Tim.
Our new OS releases will be available as developer betas today, with a public beta coming next month. And they will be available to all users this fall.
Nice. So like I said, you can check the CNET ad. Here's a few of the comments that they're all talking about the updates. But let me know what y'all think about these updates down below. I like them. I mean, they're pretty good. At least they're unifying everything. And like Snazzy Lab said, they start out with this weird kind of semi-movie kind of thing, but then they literally, instead of like duct taping everything together, they literally gave us the meat and the potatoes, proverbially speaking. So hopefully this is a sign that things are going to literally get better as we go through iOS updates, and hopefully they're unifying everything and getting better from the dumpster fire that was the last updates over the last, 3 to 5 years. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe, of course. Let me know what y'all think about these updates down below. And this is Austin, of course, with Austin's Tech. I'm trying to do the best I can do, but I'm also rushing to get all these videos out. And I will see y'all later. Peace.